So this is the speaking test of the International English Language Testing System. The examiner's name is Sudhir Chabda. What's your full name?
Myself, Hitasha.
What's your full name?
Sir, I write on use my name only as Hitasha.
Okay. And how should I address you?
You can call me as Hitasha.
And where are you from, Hitasha?
Sir, my hometown is Naba. It is mainly famous for its royal history and two forts.
Could you be a little louder? As in, the sound is
Sir,
a bit
my home
unclear.
one minute.
Okay, go on, go.
My hometown is Naba, and mainly it is famous for its two forts and its royal history.
Fine. Hitasha, this test is being recorded. Are you fine with that?
Yes, sir.
In the first part, I'll ask you some questions regarding yourself. So let's talk about laptops. Do you have one?
Well, yeah, yes, in this technology-focused world, everyone has their electronic gizmos. I also have one, and I use it for my daily routine work.
Do you want to buy a new one?
Well, no, I'm satisfied with my this one as I bought it recently last year due to the corona pandemic when my classes were going online.
How much did it cost you?
It didn't cost much because when I bought it on the sale, and mainly originally its cost was around 1,50,000, but I bought it of 1,12,000.
Fine. Now let's talk about mangoes. Do you eat them?
Uh, yes, I eat them oftenly in the summers because in my country they are very famous and they are available in various varieties.
There are the different types of mangoes.
Yes, there are different varieties of the mangoes with which I am familiar and are also available in my country, usually
Would
in summers.
would you like it if someone gifted you mangoes?
Yes, as I mentioned earlier, that I love to eat them. I will be jubilant if someone will gift me.
Perfect. Now let's talk about your hometown. Tell me something about it.
Well, as I mentioned earlier, that I'm from the Naba. It is famous for its royal history, and all the basic amenities are available here, just as the school institutions, healthcare facilities. Moreover, the parks are also available where people can usually visit and can recharge their brain battery.
Okay. And would you like to change something about your hometown?
Well, if we talk about infrastructure somehow, I will like to change it just because there are some distances where the roads are broken and many people have to face difficulties. Moreover, sometimes the drainage system doesn't work properly, which I will love to do so that no one can face it in the upcoming time.
Okay. So has any famous personality ever visited your hometown?
Well, yes, there is a very famous Haveli in my hometown, which is near my home as well. Mainly Katrina Kaif and Salman Khan visited there just because for their shooting, and they are also very popular. I consider.
That's fine. Now let's talk about swimming. Do you know how to swim?
Well, I'm a sportsaholic person, but I don't know about swimming that much. I did it once when it was organized in my school camp, but I'm not expert in it.
Do you want to become an expert on swimming?
No, I don't have that much keen interest in swimming just because I'm already interested in sports, which is very famous and known as basketball. I was also a player in my school time.
Okay. And if given a chance, would you like to learn swimming for free?
Well, yes, I will love to learn swimming for free if I will ever get an opportunity. Just because it can be helpful at different places, such as if any incident mishappening happen, I can able then at that time I will be able to help someone.
Okay. And do you know someone who is good at swimming?
No, I don't have that much knowledge about swimming, and I also don't know about any person near my circle of friends as well as family who knows swimming.
Hitasha, this is the end of part one. We move on to part two. I'll give you a topic now. You'll have 1 minute to prepare for it, and you'll have to speak for 1 to 2 minutes. I'll tell you when to start and when to stop, so don't worry when I stop you. I'm going to display your topic now. So this is your topic. Okay, you can make some notes if you wish, and your preparation time starts now. Please start.
Well, I'm a travel freak person and I love to visit different places. Meanwhile, I also have a long bucket of list. But recently, a few couple of months ago, I visited Shimla, where I stayed in a hotel whose name was the Green Hotel, just because of its greenery around there, because the garden was also well maintained by the well maintained. Moreover, if we talk about its environment, it was very calm and one can easily relax themselves as they are already been there just to unplug themselves from the daily routine activities. It was mainly situated in the center of the Shimla, I consider. I don't have that much knowledge about the geographics, but according to me, it was in the center and it was properly architected according to the basic needs. All the rooms were provided with a well air conditioned, as well as balcony was also there. The amenities provided by them was also good, such as get our breakfast in our rooms, and we also get a good service about water, as there are winters in there are coolness in the Shimla, and I also visited there in winters. And if I talk about the other facilities, they also provided us a club where we can go there and fosters ourselves to push our adrenaline and think out of the box, so that we can also uh, explore ourselves and relax ourselves, as our main purpose to visit there is the same. Moreover, if we talk about their staff members, they were also very nice speaking, as they was all
Okay, fine.
having a good.
So did you click a picture over there?
Well, yes, I clicked a lot of features over there, which I also showed to my family members when I returned. The
Okay, fine.
experience was very nice.
Hey Tasha, this is the end of part two. We move on to part three now. Let's talk about hotels in general. What kinds of hotels are the best?
Well, I consider the hotels which provide all the basic facilities, such as the service. They keep the maintenance, as well as they keep hygieniness, which is very important in this today's frenetic world. Moreover, I consider that the staff should be friendly and doesn't they are always ready to help the upcoming persons, and do not attack them by speaking rudely.
Okay. And do you think international hotels are better than national hotels?
Well, I didn't visit any international hotels, so I can't predict that international hotels are better than national hotels. But uh, how much that much I have knowledge about the national hotels. They are very good and provide proper facilities which a person needs.
Okay. And if given a chance, what one facility would you like to add to every hotel in your country?
Okay, I will love to add mainly the staff members sometimes because the staff is not the person who speaks friendly in a friendly way. I will consider that the staff who is working has more interpersonal skills rather than good qualification.
And how can you achieve that?
Mainly, I can organize the camps and aware the people with the higher authorities or with my kids and kins, and aware the moreover the employees which are recruiting the other staff can also suggest some ways to the staff if they want to get promotion in their job.
Fine. Now let's talk about working in a hotel. What are some advantages of working in a hotel?
Well, we can consider a plethora of advantages by working in a hotel. Mostly, we are familiar to that place, and we can also earn our livelihood, which is mainly the purpose we work at any field. And the other advantage we can consider is that if our near and dear ones want to visit that place, they can easily accommodate there, and they will not face any difficulty.
Okay. And are there any disadvantages to working in a hotel?
I don't consider that there are any drawbacks of working in a hotel just because everyone works there because of earning livelihood, and someone's or some persons also have it as a passion, so just as the managers as well as the other staff. But I don't consider that there is any destructive repulse of working in hotel.
How difficult do you think it is to get a job in a hotel?
Well, I don't consider that there is too much difficulty for getting a job in a hotel, just because if a person has nice personality development skills, such as they are cooperative with the team, disciplined, moreover they speak friendly with everyone, rather than having a good qualification, they can work easily as a staff, and the employer will also recruit them on the basis of their skills. And moreover, the passion as well as talent also matters.
Kindly elaborate on that.
Just as if we talk about the receptionist, if he or she will not properly talk to us in a good way, then we will not love to visit that hotel again. If he or she will have a good talent of attracting the others mind to herself, and making them magnetized to stay in their hotel, then then we will also go there for the time whenever we
Fine.
will visit
Okay,
that place.
Hitasha. This is the end of your speaking test. Hitasha, I need 5 minutes to analyze your performance. I'll come back on screen after 5 minutes. I'm gonna, you know, turn off the camera right now. I'll go through the band descriptors. I'll see where you stand. Then I'll tell you what your score is and any suggestions that I can offer. Okay. You just
Okay, sir.
stay in the meeting and I'll be back soon.
Okay. Okay, sir.
Hitasha, hello.
Yes, sir.
So, okay, let's discuss your performance now. Can you see the band descriptors?
Okay. Yes, sir.
Okay, your fluency and coherence, which is the first parameter, stands at a band 7.
Okay.
One sec. Now let's see why. See, the problem is that what I could notice in your speaking was you were forcing vocabulary a lot, where you had better versions, where you had simpler versions, clearer versions. You were forcing difficult vocabulary in order to sound more elegant. That is not necessary. Honestly, that is not necessary. At certain points, if you are able to, as in add some less common terms, that is fine. But if you force them, your fluency and coherence take a back seat. As in, you were not able to say adrenaline, but you were forcing to say it. You were forcing yourself to say it, as in adrenaline, you take that thing. Or you could have said happy, but you forced the term jubilant at a point. Not every word is suitable everywhere. So that's why your fluency was getting broken off at bits. And especially in part 2, where you were repeating yourself a lot. Relax yourself, which is the main function, that, if, that, so, those. So that's why you can do better in that regard, in this regard, if try not to sound pompous. If you see, it's not only about vocabulary, there are other parameters also. Undoubtedly you require some uncommon terms at certain points, but it is not that every word should be replaced with a fancy term. That way your fluency and coherence can get hampered. So right now, as per this performance, you stand at a band 7. Speaks at length without noticeable effort or loss of coherence. You lose coherence because of your forced vocabulary and your effort to sound very colorful. So your logic, as in, takes a backseat. So speaks at length without noticeable effort or loss of coherence may demonstrate language related hesitation at times. Now, because you want to find a very fancy term, you stop at bits, you think of a new word, you think of a colorful term, and that's why you demonstrate language related hesitation. If you speak simpler terms, you will be more fluent, more coherent, and you might get a band aid. So may demonstrate language related hesitation at times, or some repetition or self correction. Use a range of connectives and discourse markers with some flexibility. You use a lot of discourse markers and connectives, moreover, in addition, all those things. Okay, if you want to be better at it, you can easily be better at it. You speak a lot, but if you do not focus too much on colorful terms, you can get a higher score in this department. Do you have any question regarding this?
No, sir. I understand.
Fine. Just because you have tried so hard, and I appreciate your, I would say, and so will the examiner over there. I'm going to give you a band 7 in vocabulary also. Just that
Okay, sir.
my advice would be, do not force vocabulary. That's a big turn off that can irritate the examiner. Okay. In place of that, you can work on your grammar a bit. So you, for vocabulary also, you stand at a band 7, uses vocabulary resource flexibly to discuss a variety of topics, uses some less common and idiomatic vocabulary, and you show some awareness of collocation and all. So that's good. If you know vocabulary, we work hard to learn vocabulary, and I appreciate your efforts, but I don't want you to harm your speaking score because of that also. No, if you have learned vocabulary, no, let it come out, naturally. Let it come out, you know, as it would come out for a natural or a native speaker. Do not be very, very, as in, um, obsessive about that. I have to speak this word. I have to, excitement is fine. You do not have to say adrenaline to get a band 8 or 9. So work on, as in, calm yourself a little. For grammar, you stand at a band 6. Sorry. You were not able to actually speak complex things very naturally. You were getting, you were hesitant, as in at that point where you were, you had to speak something that was complex, as in that if so, which is the main purpose. So you were breaking sentences. Uh, you had fragments of sentences. You were not making complete sentences in order to convey your thoughts. So that is the first time, as in I noticed your grammar going down. As in most probably it was in, I think, toward the latter part of your Q card, and in part 3 also, as in where you had to speak about complex topics, where you had to speak about maybe something that was not um, related to your daily life. You were, falling through. You were actually not able to speak, with as much elegance as you were showing in part 1 or toward the starting of your Q card response. Let me recall an example. Uh, yeah, you could have said, you must have said actually, I have not been to an international hotel. You said I didn't go to an international hotel, or maybe um, as in there were many, as in I'm not able to recall one or two specific examples, but
Yes,
grammar
sir.
was mostly, grammar was not mostly irritating because you do not know grammar. It was mostly irritating because you were not able to connect sentences. You were like that, if which happens that, and which is the purpose, so that is why, things of these sorts, where you were not connecting things properly. So that's why it took a big hit in the, I would say, in the second half of the speaking test. And so you use a mix of simple and complex structures, and you make frequent mistakes. Okay, your mistakes are frequent. There are, I would say, they occur, they recur actually very often. Yeah, by often I remembered one. You said oftenly, oftenly. There is no term often, oftenly. It should be often. So okay, it can be a vocab error also, but let's consider it this way. May make frequent mistakes with complex structures, though these rarely cause comprehension problems. Yeah, the good part is that despite your grammar errors, I was able to understand what you were saying. So a band 6. Pronunciation, again a band 7. You need to work on your pronunciation a bit, as in, for instance, balcony. This is not how you pronounce it in English, balcony. Interpersonal skills. These are not the right pronunciation, I would say, features. So work, your Punjabi gets into the way of your English. So work on that. And sometimes I was not able to understand some terms. As in, if you remember at the starting itself, I asked you to repeat what you said about your hometown. And that was there in the speaking test also. Work on your, as in, speech clarity, speak and listen to yourself. If you're able to understand yourself 100%, or do you yourself see that you are missing terms and you are not able to understand what you said, maybe just said. And also work on your diction also. Sometimes your English seems your Punjabi. As I mentioned, two examples: interpersonal, balcony. This is not how you pronounce words in English, but still, most of the speech was clear. Most of the things were actually good. So it was not a bad pronunciation range. So I'm going to give you a band 7 in this regard also. So you have 3 7s. So you have 7, 7, 6, and 7. So your overall score is a 6.5. Okay, 3 7s and a 6. That means a band
Oh,
6.5. Do you have any questions?
sir, how can I improve it for?
That I have told you parameter wise, as in, for fluency and coherence, relax yourself, speak more, don't force as in fancy vocabulary. It can hamper your fluency and coherence. Lexical resource,
Yes.
it's okay. Take it easy. Grammar, listen, record yourself and listen to yourself and see where you are missing, where you are actually not speaking, full sentences and just saying fragments. So that can help you. And pronunciation, try to be a bit more elegant. Try to be a bit more English than English translated from Punjabi. And listen to yourself that you actually if you actually miss words here and there, if you as in you speak like this, so I went there to so it is happening there, so as in you wanted to say the term school but you didn't say it, so you miss words here and there, you do
Okay,
not
sir.
speak them, so you miss words. And also the Punjabi accent is actually a turn off at certain bits, so you can work on that also. Then you can get to a band 7.5 or maybe a band 7. And if you want to go higher, as in the descriptors are in front of you, you can see how you can make them better. Am I clear?
Yes, sir.
Fine. Okay, see you.
Okay. Thank you, sir.
Welcome.